Hey y'all, this podcast contains potentially disturbing content. Our show includes graphic references to topics such as sexual abuse, self-harm, violence, eating disorders, explicit language, and sexual acts. Listener discretion is advised. This show is for mature audiences only.
Good morning and welcome back to another episode of the Queer LBC podcast. I'm your host, Nino. My pronouns are he, him. Thank you for asking. I have with me here my fabulous cohorts.
Yo, it's me, Christoph, your city top liaison. My pronouns are he, him, and that motherfucker.
Dr. Mikey here, your local licensed and practicing therapist for entertainment purposes only. My pronouns are he, she, all of them. So what's the tea, sis?
The tea is Today in Gay. New report shows affirming adults are critical to the success of LGBTQ plus students. Today in Lesbian, Denver's queer community raised $83,000 to save the city's only lesbian bar. Also in Lesbian, every woman Basketball Hall of Fame inductee this year is gay or bi. Today in Trans, patron Saint Sebastian depicted as Asian trans man in National Gallery. Today in Homophobia, gay model detained at airport and banned from the U.S. It was the most painful day in my life. Today in Transphobia, trans woman sues homeless shelter over alleged threatening harassment that made her ill. Today in You Only Had to Pay Us Enough to Live. You gays, queens, know about any of these things?
I don't know much, but the article with the trans woman sues the homeless shelter over alleged threatening harassment that made her ill.
Mm.
Even before I read it, I like how they put threatening and like parentheses, like, you know, like air quotes.
That's true.
Like, what the fuck? But however, Devin Morgan said she thought she was giving back to the community of Ann Arbor when she took a job at the Washtenaw County shelter, according to MLive, a local news outlet. So now Morgan is suing the foundation that runs the shelter for $25,000 in damages after she says management ignored serial harassments by staffers and downplaying a threatening email that had her hiding in my car, afraid of my attack. Morgan filed her complaint on March 2nd in that county 22nd Circuit Court. She claims that the Shelter Association violated the Michigan Civil Rights Act by discriminating against her based on her sex, sexual orientation, and gender identity. Morgan stated at the shelter last year and and worked her way up to the operational specialist. The suit details, but it wasn't long before she began feeling bullied by some coworkers, including transphobic slurs, derogatory remarks, and false accusations. In November, Morgan became aware of a threatening email that was circulating among staff, which made her fear for her safety, basically. The lawsuit lists multiple mental and physical health effects Morgan suffered, including a depression and high blood pressure. In an interview, Morgan said she'd been unable to return to work after she was placed on medical leave by her doctor. They have their flock of bullies, Morgan said, of the homeless shelter staff. She added that management ignored her concerns over the constant intimidation. Management said that they didn't know about any harassment or discrimination prior to the threatening email that she reported. Morgan said that claim is contradicted by evidence in her possession, Morgan asserted. I have messages on my phone, she said. A former coworker of Morgan's back up her claims. Everybody else would be talking about her sexuality, going around there talking about her and stuff, and said to Teresa Robertson, who worked directly with Morgan, she said that other employees will give Morgan looks. She came to me crying about it, upset about it, and said, you got to let somebody know about this. That ain't fair. They can't do that to you, Robertson said, she told Morgan. Robertson called Morgan ambitious and a high achiever at work and added she never did nothing to nobody. Officials at the Michigan Foundation that runs the shelter dispute Morgan's characterization of the shelter as a toxic workplace environment. We don't tolerate any kind of harassment or discrimination at the Shelter Association, Nicole Altman said. She's the executive director. The shelter officials claim Morgan made no complaints to management, according to the March 3rd letter that MDCR sent to Morgan regarding an investigation to her case. The Shelter Association stated that the only incident and subsequent internal investigation that they knew about was regarding an email sent to some of the Shelter Association employees, the MDCR later states. The Shelter Association says it conducted interviews with managers and staff that Morgan had identified as complicit in the harassment and ordered employees not to forward or recirculate the threatening email, according to MDCR. Morgan said that during the shelter's alleged internal investigation of the email, she noticed suspicious vehicles parked near her home and received repeated phone calls from blocked numbers. They are just sweeping this under the rug, Morgan said, of Shelter Foundation officials and harassments she's endured. That's crazy because, like, also, what letter was going around? Like
what was
what was in it?
I know it was an email.
What was in the email that was, like
threatening?
But I mean, quote, right? They and then every time I said threatening, it was literally in air quotes. It's like it. So I'm like, did anybody even read I just don't get it.
Yeah. Well, in this article, it said that HR did an investigation and said stop circulating that email. So there was obviously something in there that was enough, right?
Exactly.
But regardless, I'm glad you pointed that out because I'd even noticed the threatening in quotation because I feel like that is like such a minimization,
right?
Because it's saying like, "Are you sure, girl? Like, why you threaten?" I don't know. It just feels like they're trying to downplay it.
I'm like
threatening.
Yeah.
Like
right.
very patronizing.
Yeah, it really is.
They felt threatened, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. But just like any workplace, you can have those people are idiots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure she's telling the truth. So like y'all need to step y'all shit up and run her 25K and just call it a day.
I feel like it's making her ill. I feel like my work is making me ill as well. Like I came back from this like work week and I don't know if this is related, but I've been having like these like insane dizzy spells out of nowhere. Like I'll just like move and all of a sudden I'll just like feel dizzy. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, is this because of stress? Like high stress?
Yeah.
And I think it is related.
It could be.
Stress is the number one silent killer.
To
tell you the truth.
It packs everything.
It do.
Yeah. And I think that working in non-queer spaces opens you up to a lot of discrimination. And I think like HR tends to focus on macro expressions of discrimination and not understand like passive aggressiveness or the silent kind of forms of discrimination. Like looks, like she mentioned kind of how people look.
Exactly.
Looked at her, right? And you can't prove that, but like that is a very real thing.
Especially if you yourself like don't even have the language to like describe these microaggressions because they can be so like slight and subtle that it's hard to even understand.
But you have that feeling on you, like like that don't.
Yeah. Like, why are they doing something to me that I'm like not even sure what's going on?
Yeah. And then people can play it off. I was just kidding. I was just joking. And then make you the problem.
Exactly. And it's just like, and then also it's people like she had mentioned, like she didn't want to say anything. And that's not, we have to start talking and standing up for ourselves in the workplace and any kind of space that we're in. Because if somebody make you feel uncomfortable and they don't know it, in reality, they do know they're making you uncomfortable. But if you don't say how that makes you feel, they feel like that's okay.
Yeah, like, oh my God, it's so relatable right now. Because like this whole work week, like when it comes to me, I feel like it's like every other fucking sentence with these people, it has to like come back and relate to how I'm gay, or like a joke that I'm gay, or like an unnecessary like sexual joke that they wouldn't make to each other because they're straight. It's like always just like has to come back to like gayness or like something weird with me that has like nothing to do with me. And I'm just like, why is it like always come back to this? Like it's like it doesn't stop. And so it's like,
and that's a legit question.
Yeah. And even like though like the things like that they may be saying like aren't like outwardly homophobic, or they're just like jokes, or they're just like little nothings. It's kind of just like every step of it is just like picks and picks and picks at you until you just feel like insane. Like,
Yeah.
like they really know how to like other you.
Yeah, and the reality too is like what queer person, trans person, gay person didn't get bullied as a kid, right? Like I think it's a rarity.
Yeah.
So like that picks at a wound.
Mm-hmm. Like you're already like been raw,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, bitch, like you're touching my sunburn,
Yeah,
and it's like I'm gonna fucking swat your face.
touching the bad raw.
Because like these
Yeah.
guys are telling me like, I get this a lot that people are like to me like, oh, he's cool because I don't like immediately like have to get on my like like my tower and like tell them why I'm oppressed by them with their joke. Like I just let shit slide or I laugh at it
Mhm.
or like I go along or whatever, and that I'm quote unquote cool for that.
You're cool because you don't hold them accountable.
Right.
Which is funny though, because they were asking me like questions. Or like I was like, yeah, I told some people that I've been like booked up with these straights, and then this one guy, he was like, straights, and he like got like mini offended, and he even brought up the word these straights the next day and was like,
B straights?
these straights.
Oh, these straights.
Because like how I used it
Yeah, he
against
said
him.
it.
And he was like, oh, or how you would say these straights. And I'm like, damn, you really like got so upset by that you remembered it and you have to like repeat it the next day.
Dang.
Like,
sucks to be othered, huh?
right? Sucks to be othered, bitch.
Right. I don't know if y'all watched T.S. Madison Fag Talk on like YouTube, but she started coining a new word. She called them straggets.
Yes.
Like these straggets.
I definitely use that word myself. I'm like, these fucking straggets.
What? Give us a definition of straggot.
It's like these straight faggots. Like, it's like you're straight, but you're still a fucking faggot because you're so like stupid and worthless, and you're so pointless, but you're still straight. Because the word faggot, right, is like a bundle of sticks.
Mm-hmm.
But these straights are just so like worthless that they need a word for themselves. Straggots.
Straggots.
But that's highly offensive, is it? I don't know.
Let it be.
Fucking straggots.
They'll deal with it.
Oh my god, if I call them a straggot, they probably have a heart attack.
Oh my god,
They probably sue the company.
HR will be called.
Yeah. Investigating Nino. Did y'all hear about the shocking news that affirming adults are critical to the success of LGBTQ plus students?
How do they know this? I've never had this experience to know if it would be true or not.
So Gleason, the LGBTQ plus education advocacy group, has a new report detailing what it's like to be an LGBTQ plus student today, at a time when their identities are weaponized against them. So this report was a survey, and it was actually given to the youth, which is something different than they usually do. So they did a bunch of focus groups with a bunch of queer kids, asking them a bunch of questions. And essentially, they found that when you have affirming adults in your life, that you have less absenteeism due to safety concerns, less harassment or assault, higher GPAs, and a sense of belonging for LGBTQ plus students.
I feel like that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, so fucking stupid.
Right? Like, duh. You have an adult protecting you and you feel better.
Right? If you treat children with love and respect, they'll actually do good in life.
Right. And this resonates because, like, we all know this, but I don't know why everyone pretends it doesn't. I remember when I was in 6th grade, I was getting bullied a lot. Like, it was ridiculous. And, like, it was so bad that, like, I missed a lot of school because I would get, like, physically sick. Like, when I get up in the morning, I was getting driven over to school. I would, like, throw up because I was so anxious about going. But then eventually, like, what my school counselor, like, brought me in and sat me down, was like, what's going on? Like, he actually, not in that tone, you know, in a very caring, kind tone. And, like, I told him, and, like, things really shifted because he stepped in and supported me. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't be a doctor if he didn't do that.
I mean, I feel like the same way. Like, I definitely missed a lot of school because I would always just, like, pretend that I was sick because I didn't want to go to school to be bullied.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even thought about until you said all that. But yeah, I missed a lot of school, and my dad would always be mad. He'd like, why the fuck are you constantly missing school? And I'm like, well, obviously I'm not telling you.
Yeah.
Because you're not very loving and affirming.
You're not that affirming adult.
So yeah, then it's like, and yeah, I mean, it all.
Yeah.
We need more loving and affirming parents. Please back up your
do.
children. How nerdy they are. They're scared.
Yeah. And it's not just like queerness too, right? Other aspects, like you said, nerdiness and any perceived kind of like
That's
out of
not
the
the
social norm. Yeah.
Right.
We need to support our kids.
And the kids these days, I feel like they are walking in their own truth. They're not trying to follow society norms. So even at a young age, I think, well, I'm assuming, because I'm not a parent, but most affirming parents are starting young to allow them kids to walk in their truth and just be who they are. Versus like when we were growing up, it was either boy or girl.
Yeah.
Blue or pink, football or doll.
And
you know what I'm saying?
That's not a choice.
And that, right, exactly. Exactly. You didn't have a choice. It was just put on you.
Not a question.
You know what I'm saying? So now, like, even now, like, sometimes I go to, like, people baby showers and stuff. Like, it's not that blue and pink shit. Like, that's like, they don't want all that.
What do you think of baby showers? Is that, like, so passe?
I don't think there's an issue with baby showers. I have problems with gender reveals.
Oh, there you go.
Right. Reveal. So baby showers, right. Gender reveals, like, it's a fucking baby.
Yeah. Why is it necessary?
You're going to love it regardless. So, like, why care?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I remember when they first started coming out, I was already against it and being like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, a whole party dedicated to, like, trapping your child into some bullshit.
Exactly, yeah.
So horrible. It's a girl. And?
It's a precious baby.
It's a they.
Just leave it as that.
We're decorating with yellow.
Yellow, green. Yeah. So yeah, go support your children.
Go support those fucking kids.
Yeah. I think it'll be nice if like I don't know if they still do it, but remember back in the day, like they used to have like the college students come in and you got like a little buddy. What are they?
I didn't have that good stuff.
I forgot what it was called. Never mind.
Gay model detained at airport and banned from U.S. Milo Miles doesn't know why he was pulled aside at the airport, interrogated for hours, and coerced to confess by Mike Siriaco. Milo Miles had planned to fly from Toronto to Vegas. Instead, he was detained by U.S. Customs over 8 hours and was banned from the country for 10 years. It was the worst and most painful day of my life, the Toronto-based adult film model told LGBTQ Nation, phoning from Puerto Vallarta. I have been banned from entering the U.S. for 10 years while trying to fly to Vegas. I was detained and questioned by U.S. Customs for 8 hours. My luggage and phone were searched. My privacy was violated. I was subject to derogatory comments and unsettling focus on my sexual orientation and my sex life. All of this happened only on 2 hours of sleep. I was starving, dehydrated, and in the state of complete exhaustion. I was treated like a criminal despite having done nothing wrong. I felt coerced, manipulated, and powerless. I'm devastated. On January 20th, Miles was scheduled to attend the annual Gay VN Awards, a prominent ceremony honoring the creme de la creme of the gay adult entertainment industry.
The Oscars for the gay porn. I love it.
I was scheduled to present. I had 6 nominations and ultimately won 1, Miles noted ruefully. In all his previous flights to the U.S., the process was relatively hassle-free. Miles is a Canadian citizen with no criminal record and is part of the Nexus program, which expedites entry into the U.S. and Canada. He's never had an issue crossing the border, so when U.S. Customs at Toronto's Pearson Airport brought him to a secondary screening, Miles knew something was off. They detained me for 2 hours, Miles described in his nightmarish situation into which he was thrust. Questioned me and interrogated me in unsettling focus on my sexual orientation. They accused me of escorting with no evidence. Despite finding nothing illegal on Miles' person or in his possessions, instead of releasing him, they dug in further, scrutinizing the contents of his luggage. They were trying to figure out why I had so much medication because they didn't know what PrEP was. Miles recounted. They didn't know what fiber pills were, dietary supplements. They were asking, like, if I was sick. The officer was fixated on why I had so much luggage and medication with me. I had 3 pieces of luggage with me because in addition to the awards show in Vegas, I was then going to meet with my boyfriend in Florida for the Atlantis cruise. They were asking me why They were asking me why I had so many gay clothes with me.
What the fuck is you talking
I'm
about?
fucking gay.
And I'm going on a gay cruise to fuck for all the time I'm there.
Why do you have so many gay
They probably
clothes
will
with you?
jock straps, swims,
Right?
speedos, and lace.
Why do you have so much gay clothes with you?
That's
I'm
hilarious.
Gay. All my clothes are gay. Ultimately, finding nothing, they released Miles, but he had missed his flight and they had rescheduled. They had to reschedule another the following day. The officer implied that the same thing was going to happen to me the next morning. Miles said, I arrived at customs 3.5 hours before my flight. I skipped breakfast and got 2 hours of sleep. This time, the first customs officer I spoke to told me that there was a flag on my account and they had to bring me to secondary screening. He gave my passport to a different officer in the back, and this time I was back for another 6 hours. This officer decided to be a lot more thorough with his search and interrogation. After about 2 hours of intense interrogation, he found evidence that I do porn on my personal phone. Then over the next 2 hours, found evidence of escorting on my other phone. Miles keeps a second phone specifically for professional calls. Well, girl, if you're actually an escort.
I mean,
it's not a fucking. So right, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Even if he is an escort, like I don't think that matters.
Do you know how many fucking escorts go throughout motherfucking out the country?
Right.
Mm-hmm. While searching my second phone, which was dead, they charged it up and found text conversations I had with past clients. They banned me based on previous text message conversations with clients confirming that I had met up with clients in the past. Miles added, I was having text messages conversations with potential clients in Vegas, but no solid plans had been made to meet with any clients in Vegas. He made the point to differentiate between the escort work he provides and prostitution. Escorting is an exchange of money for time spent with an individual. For example, most of my clients are looking for the boyfriend experience or someone to go to dinner with. Prostitution is exchange of money for sexual services. There was never any evidence of prostitution on my phone, only escorting. Miles was subjected to 6 hours of intense interrogation without any food, which, according to Maggie's Toronto, a Canadian sex worker justice organization, is a standard practice U.S. Customs uses to coerce confessions. Questioning is meant to make you feel uncomfortable so that you answer questions quickly, Maggie's Toronto website explains. You'll be made to feel like if you just answer all their questions, you'll be allowed into the country. This is not true. Border agents are looking to gather more information about you and about your coworkers.
What?
In Miles' case, the strategy was effective. I only had access to a bathroom and a water fountain. They were very aggressive and patronizing with their interrogation. The officer manipulated and pressured me into confessing to their definition of prostitution and engaging in unauthorized employment. Coercing the specific confession out of Miles is consequential. According to U.S. travel law, any individual coming to the U.S. to engage in prostitution or who has done so in the past 10 years is prohibited from entry. Travelers found inadmissible due to sex work can be banned from entry for up to 10 years, as in the case with Miles. Although Customs never gave Miles an explicit reason for flagging him in the first place, he has several theories. Could it have just been a red flag related to increased travel to the U.S. because my partner lives there, Miles pondered. Because of an increase of funding to Homeland Security, a new facial recognition software was introduced. They saw that I do content using that software. This wouldn't be the first time facial recognition technology was used to detain sex workers entering the U.S. Yep.
And that's crazy because I feel like they knew what the fuck they was doing. Because they said, you're going to go through this again tomorrow. We didn't already, but why? You know what? Matter of fact, I'm just going to stay here. Now that y'all got my flight for tomorrow, all my shit is taken care of, I'm just going to sleep in this bed until my flight tomorrow.
I would have done that shit. I'm not going to
You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go through this bullshit again. Are you fucking kidding me?
I wonder what flagged him in the first place.
Exactly. Because I have a theory.
What's your theory?
So he said that his boyfriend stays in Florida.
Uh-huh.
So if his boyfriend stays in Florida, that's where all the down low Republicans is at. So maybe his boyfriend is fucking around with somebody down there that got some pull and was like, hey, you just never know.
Some jealousy.
Right.
That's quite the imagination.
I mean, but what else? Like,
I mean, I feel like maybe he was flagged because they now are
It's
like
Canada. We're talking
But no,
literally.
but like they say that like that they, the Homeland Security or whatever allegedly is using AI or whatever to search through all your social media. So they probably have like something that he probably posted was probably just like, I don't know, maybe it could be anti-government or anti-US or anti-something, and then maybe they just flagged him, and therefore that's why they started to search his phone looking for shit because they didn't
Right.
know he was a
Mm.
prostitute, right? Or excuse me,
Well-
not a prostitute.
His
But
story.
but they found this out after looking through his phone. So
Mhm.
maybe there's something that already
But no,
flagged
because
him as
it
like,
sounded like he mentioned, he was like, they had mention of some sort that like he does some kind of sex work. So they must have already had him flagged for some reason.
unless they were just like stereotyping him for having all these gay clothes and like drugs.
I mean, that's true. And then for motherfuckers don't know, you can't read a fucking pill bottle and know what the fuck. I mean, well,
These straights
sometimes
don't know what the fuck
They don't
PrEP
know,
is.
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
They don't
even know exists.
Yeah.
They don't. They're dumb.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. But it's just like, why would y'all? It's so much other shit
Mm-hmm.
that y'all can be focusing on at
Yeah.
the goddamn airport.
Yeah, I guess I'm curious of like the ripple effect of this because I think the reality is we live in a very like I feel like we are very restricted to kind of we sex shame a lot.
Mhm.
So I think that there's going to be a war on like sex and porn even more strong because
Mhm.
I had clients who were trying to leave the country because they were concerned because not only were they were trans but also because they did porn.
Mhm.
And a lot of Republicans are very Christian, right? And very like family values. And even though they watch porn and all this bullshit, I think it's not too far out of line to think that porn stars and sex workers are going to be targeted in this way.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. Just trying to, I don't know, make sex work more sensationalized, illegal.
Mhm.
Like make it seem like it's so bad that they need to stop you at the airport.
Mhm.
Right.
Like, girl,
And also, this is another thing that I try to tell people: put your shit on private and quit adding everybody just because they got a cute ass picture on there. These are bots. These motherfuckers is going through your shit and looking at your shit. You know what I'm
Dang.
saying?
I hope this is not true about the AI. I'm not gonna be able to fly nowhere.
I mean, I'm surprised you guys haven't been stopped yet.
That's true though.
But shit, that's probably the
Talk
whole
mad
state of
shit.
fucking California, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, because it's kind of like a toss-up whether between like the way that they like advertise like their AI surveillance, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like tracking everybody and knowing everything about you and blah, 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 blah. Like there's so many people who are not being arrested for a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And so it's like, do you really have this
Are you right?
technology?
Exactly.
Or are you just trying to scare the shit out of us?
Yeah.
Because why are we getting missing person reports? If y'all got this technology everywhere, you can find somebody or you can know where everybody is at. Find them.
Because one time, this is like what really makes me kind of think this kind of thing. Like it'll all just be like a big fake lie that they don't actually have all this kind of technology.
Mhm.
It's because one time I was working it was like a commercial for a Coca-Cola thing, and I don't know if I should say that, but it was like they had this machine, and it was the machine you're supposed to enter your name, and then it comes out magically. The can of soda now has your name printed on it, no matter what your name is, right?
Mhm.
But the reality was, it was a big machine, but there was people inside of it who was typing on a separate computer and a separate printer the name of the person and just manually sticking the sticker on themselves. So this machine was not a real machine. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh.
is
Okay.
the ultimate like Wizard of Oz behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Like, this is fake as fuck. But all these people are believing that this machine is real.
Like, oh,
And they did it
it.
itself. And oh,
Right.
how cute, how magic, how nice. But like, there's literally people doing it behind the scenes.
Right.
Kind of like how AI
Mm.
has like been shown. Like, oh, there's people in the Philippines who are actually driving the Waymo car for you, and
Right. Remotely or some shit.
and there's people who are actually doing all these things that allegedly the robot is doing it by
What?
autonomously, right?
Right.
All lie.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, is this AI or like government surveillance thing in the same realm? I don't know, because it feels like they're just probably still identifying you, which is the fastest way, is to use a stereotype and identify somebody by looking at them. Like, it doesn't take a genius to make up a stereotype against a gay guy and be like, I'm going to pull you to the side and harass you.
Yeah.
And now look through your phone and by chance I just found you. Like, how many other gay people have been pulled to the side, looked through their phone, and because they weren't doing, escorting,
Yeah.
they just never got a story written about them. So, I mean,
that's true.
That's
how
true.
how rampant are these like security checks happening? I don't know.
See, but then also they could probably get tips and shit, because also, I don't know if y'all remember, I think sometime last June or something, it was a porn star who called ICE on one of his rival porn star.
I think I remember seeing something.
So it was like, so people could, that's why I was like, my theory in Florida could be somewhat true.
It's like witch hunt shit.
Exactly. Or just haters. Haters. Just like, I don't know if y'all heard, well, it was this lady in Connecticut who hired some Hispanics to fix her roof.
Oh my God.
As soon as they
I
was
saw that.
done, she called ICE on them.
You see that she got her ass handed to her though?
I bet you she did. Right.
I was like, what a dirty bitch.
So people can call on people at anywhere, and they're going to have to take that and check it. So that's probably why he...
Like, imagine being such a nasty cunt that you would like think of something to do like that.
That's crazy.
Like, let me just scam them. They're going to do all the work for me. And then I'm going to call the police before I can pay them. Like, what the fuck? You psycho.
Wow.
Dirty,
that's evil
nasty
villain.
bitch. I'm glad she got... What did she get arrested herself?
I think so.
Crime doesn't pay. What do you think about this warehouse fire?
I love it.
I'm here for it.
Get them where it fucking hurts. Get them where it fucking hurts.
I had a friend who was saying that although it is good to burn down your boss's company, it is actually not very good for the people of Ontario because they are now ingesting all of the fumes.
That's true, though.
In the air. So let's find ways, more dramatic ways that are less harmful to our fellow humans.
Now, devil's advocate here.
Few people gotta die.
I mean, that's the same mindset of people being like, well, the government don't do nothing with climate change and we're inhaling all this smog in California. Nothing's being done about that. So, I mean, if some people got to breathe in some Charmin's toilet paper for a little minute, then...
For a little revolution.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think...
Which is better?
Right, exactly. So it's like, do understand we shouldn't do that. However...
Would you rather be a free man with mesothelioma or caged up in a nice, free, healthy lungs? I mean, you're right.
Right? So it's like, which one?
Yeah.
It's like, what's her name said? What was her name? Vanessa Hudgens said, some people are going to die in the revolution.
But I also think, like, Ontario really has bad air quality. The airport, all the factories, everything around there.
And warehouses. So, like, it's not nothing that's... like, if you was in, let's say, the botanical gardens or something, if the ozone layer and the oxygen was so strong and nice and pure, I can understand that. But you're in Ontario.
We're in a decline, a societal decline.
You know what's funny? My coworker was trying to talk to me about, like, the war and stuff and whatever. Or I don't know what they were talking about. They're like... talking about something about like, oh, you know what? I wasn't, because they called me out on not listening to them too. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just high. Something about, but I told them, I was like, the only way we're gonna survive as like a population or this planet or whatever is we have to depopulate. Like the numbers have to go down. We can't continue this like never ending more people, more population. Like you can't keep taking away from the earth and expect like it's gonna be a paradise in the future ever again.
Paradise been gone.
But they were like, what? How could you say such a thing? I was like, girl, wake up.
Right.
They were like confused about, I don't know. I didn't want to get into it with them because one of them mentioned something about gas prices, and I guess I made a face. And then and he was like, you made a face. What's up with that? I was like, well, obviously I wasn't trying to say anything. Because I didn't know what their stances were, and I didn't want to get into it with them, because I already know what their stances were. But I was just like, Adam, I don't even know what I said. I think I just tried to back out of it, but I don't know. They were basically trying to defend whatever Trump is doing.
What?
Yeah, because I
Okay.
guess I don't even know.
You
Makes no fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
Contradictory.
I'm here for the burning down of the paper company.
Mhm.
Because I think the reality is we're at a point in which no one's going to listen.
No one's doing anything.
No one's doing anything. Like, how many labor movements have we had?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? You know, how many times are people pushing and it just, people budge a little and then they push back and it goes back to what it was before.
I think he's right, though. All you had to do is pay them enough to live because, hello. I mean, it is ridiculous. You're talking about how billions and billions are lost because of this burning down of the warehouse, but it's like, well, you could have just like not lost even $1 million, paid them all a decent wage, and everybody would have been happy, and
Mhm.
you wouldn't have made that loss,
Yeah.
girl. Like, and
Right.
then did you see the one at Ontario Mills? Somebody was trying to burn down like some store in the mall, but then like the
No.
guy got like immediately like handled, and like they put it out.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. That's wild.
Yeah. So I mean,
And especially when everything is going up, except people's fucking paychecks.
exactly.
So it's like, how you expect them to motherfucking live?
Yeah.
like, what are they really like going to the grocery store and paying $100 for like 6 items?
It's ridiculous.
Like, what the fuck? Like, it is kind of almost like, well, I guess we should just go out to eat every meal because it's like so expensive to go grocery. I don't know. It's kind of hard to understand like what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And it's like you make people feel like caged animals and then are shocked when they have caged animal behavior. Like, what do you expect people to do? Like, this, you go and ask for raises and you go and do all these things and they say no and they're like, we don't have the money. And then you see them do some stupid fuck shit that's like, that could have been my raise,
Right.
you know? And it's like, people are going to get frustrated and people are going to do things in that frustration. So be preventative.
Right? Figure it out. Like, did y'all not learn the lesson of your forefather rich fathers? And they got their asses handed to them back then. But like, I don't know. And then it's like the gas, and then seeing the gas go up like 10 cents like every day. And then you hear about like how stupid the fucking Trump is acting. And it's like, you really think like threatening to genocide a whole people is gonna help our gas prices, you fucking idiot?
Fucking wild.
Not that I'm saying like the only thing I'm worried about is our gas prices, but I'm just saying like when you have all of these things that are already on you and then you see the president like doing stupid ass fuck shit, and it's like you're just adding I don't know. You know what I'm saying. You're just adding to the stupid shit.
Just asking for more paper factories to be burnt down.
You're just asking.
Okay.
I don't know. I keep saying like random stuff, like saying that he's like on the verge of death and his like.
I don't know, because every time I see him on a clip or some shit, he looks healthy. Well, at least on TV, I don't know, but it's like he don't look like he's on the brink. I need him on the brinker. I need him to be a little bit closer to the brink.
Did you see that thing when he posted? He posted himself as Jesus.
It's talking about I thought I was a doctor with the Red Cross. We love Red Cross.
Be like,
motherfucker, you
be like, if you really think that's what a doctor looks like, maybe you need to go to sleep, because obviously the doctors don't look like that.
You've never seen a doctor.
Right.
He should have just doubled down and been like, yeah, it was me. I am Jesus. I'm bigger than Jesus. Should have just said that.
Right? Oh my God, that would have been amazing.
I don't know what's going on.
I heard that when his wife, I forgot her name, was it
Melania.
Melania went up and like was advocating for the release of Epstein files, so that was like a little distraction.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that she like went up and was like, I'm not tied to Epstein?
No,
and everybody showed pictures. Well, I don't even know if those was AI or real or not, but
I think
I believe.
real.
I mean, if Trump's in the files, like I'm sure she went with him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because she has like her old besties coming out, and it's just like basically it's like, I'm gonna tell your tea, bitch.
Oh, man.
So she's telling her tea, which is like good, but
so she's trying to get ahead of it.
But it kind of just feels like, yeah, she's trying to get ahead.
But that's the thing. It's like all these things are coming out, and like no one's doing anything about it.
Right? And it's like it never stopped him before when he was grabbing them by the pussy. Like that was a selling point.
Yeah.
That he was a rapist, right?
Yeah, literally.
then people acting all shocked. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, but that was horrible when he did that tweet genocide threat.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you really? You're such a fucking idiot. And then I seen that UNESCO site was destroyed. That like glass mirrored temple.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, I was
You
like,
said
that's so
that.
fucked up.
What kind of temple was that?
Let me see.
It's an Islamic temple, right?
We may never see this in our dear heritage site again.
Let's see. I don't want to put that voice. The Golestan Palace, the Rose Palace of Tehran. Has like a World Heritage Site, like extremely beautiful. Like, never would you ever find a place like that ever again. And now it's gone. It's just so horrific and horrible and fucking mind-blowingly stupid.
Mm-hmm. But it's like what's happening? Like, it's all about resources, obviously, right? Oil. It's always been about oil when it comes to the Middle East. But it's interesting because like everything that's happening with Israel, like it's also like based in biblical scripture, right? So it's like who's pulling the strings to make the Bible come true? Because I feel like that's what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm agnostic or like atheist, and I refuse to believe that the Bible's true. But like, there's a lot of shit that is like coming to fruition from it, like around the end times, right? Like, people are turning on Israel, right? Like, there's a temple in Israel needs to be destroyed and built, and that's going to be the calling of the second coming of Christ, so, and there's war there, so it's very likely that shit could happen, right? So it's like, it's wild.
It's kind of weird, huh? I'm just kind of like, girl, I don't give a like, so what? It was your God told you it's your land. My God tells me a lot of things. Doesn't mean I can go and do whatever the fuck I want. There was already people there, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You could have moved to Montana instead. A lot of space. You can find God in the mountains.
Actually, you are right. It's a lot of space out there unused.
But it's because no one wanted to house the Jewish people that came out of the Holocaust.
Could have moved them to Montana. That's all I gotta say.
Isn't it wild that no one wanted to house the Jewish people after the Holocaust, but a bunch of countries took in a bunch of Nazis?
Yeah, right? Kind of wild.
That is crazy.
Very sad.
This world is crazy.
Is it falling apart?
It's been falling apart.
It's been failed.
The gum that was holding things together is not sticking.
It's right.
It's hardened.
It hardened and it's falling off.
For real. Denver's queer community raised $83,000 to save the city's only lesbian bar. By Samantha Rydell. Denver's only lesbian bar is saved, at least for now, after community members raised over $83,000 in a single weekend to keep its doors open. On April 11th, owners of the Pearl in Denver announced on Instagram that their bar would close after just 1 year, citing ongoing financial hardship. Although they had worked tirelessly to find solutions to avoid closing, the post read, the venue was not in a position to continue, while also fairly paying staff and entertainers. Co-owner Ashley Cassidy told Westworld that many of the problems stemmed from really high operating costs due to the building's size and age, and faced some backlash last month for moving a long-standing poetry event from Friday nights to Sundays. Well, queers are so fickle. Locals responded asking how they could keep their bar open, and the Pearl launched a GoFundMe campaign the same day. The campaign rapidly blew through its initial goal of $50,000 and raised a total of $83,296 before owners froze donations on Sunday. Thanks in part to a signal boost from Denver drag queen and drag race finalist Nini Coco per KDVR. The bar's owners pledged to be fully transparent about how the menu is used on April 12th update. Once our bank verification is complete, we can deposit the funds. We will be paying all of our bank rent as well as payroll for our staff, and to push us slightly ahead to hopefully avoid getting into the hole again, the Pearl owners wrote, thanking community members for their support. We couldn't do this without you and our dedicated staff. In an Instagram stories post, a representative for the bar wrote that we want to make sure this handled properly as a team first. We will keep you guys informed as all possible. Go you, lesbian bar.
But I think this is a problem with all gay bars.
Yeah.
It's like even the ones here in Long Beach, if you go during the week, especially on the Broadway bar.
Dead.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
hardly anyone there. The most populated bar is Silver Fox.
Yeah.
It's always packed, I feel like.
I know because we ran into each other.
yeah. I know, at the Falcon. That was cute.
On Broadway.
Yeah.
But speaking of drinking has went down. So now that younger people are not drinking as much as, people our age and older,
Yeah.
well, they removed the disclaimers on the liquor bottles now. You know, like how it used to have that warning.
Yeah, cause
label,
cancer.
Yeah, cause cancer. They removed all that shit because nobody's drinking anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So they trying to they trying to prop it as a beautiful treat.
They're like, you can drink and drive again. It's cool.
Right.
So make it easy for you. Make this accessible.
This doesn't do anything to you. Man, get the fuck up out of here. So it's all a scheme that Todd set up.
Todd?
Well, so it's like a housewife quote. Yeah, I forgot you don't watch TV.
Yeah.
You won't get it.
But I think you bring up a good point. I think there needs to be sorry. Like an evolution in bars. We need to match what the clientele needs, and I think you're right. I don't think it's alcohol anymore.
Yeah.
And I think you should be having nights, like paint nights or poetry nights or speed dating nights or
something to bring the people out.
Yeah.
And most people don't want to drink during the week.
Yeah.
They want to keep that little treat for themselves for a weekend or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I understand people who don't drink, why they wouldn't want to come to a bar, because people are messy as fuck.
Yeah. And then if I'm sober and everybody drunk, I'm like,
it's not the vibe.
Yeah, my uncle keeps saying let's go to this bar, and I'm like, girl, I don't drink, and he's like, so what? Have a soda, and I'm like, I'm not having a fucking soda in there.
See, but would you go if it was a night that had a drag bingo? There was something for you to do.
I would go if they allowed you to smoke weed. That's how you would get me there.
We can step outside and smoke weed.
No, I need to be able to smoke weed at least inside of the patio premises. Because if I go outside to smoke weed outside, that's the police will catch me. So I have to be able to do it inside of the premises.
Think that's.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm outside of the bar while I'm doing a drug, then I'm susceptible to any kind of police interaction. But if I'm allowed to do it on the premises of the bar, like an inside patio, then it makes it not illegal. Like drinking. You can't drink in public. You'll get me back in there with opening weed bar.
And they used to have one in LA, but I think it closed because it was a weed bar. You can smoke and everything. And then they also had a restaurant where they served food with weed products in it.
No, then the food didn't have weed in it. The way it worked,
I was that butter or
it was a dispensary, and you could order joints and drinks and all your product, and then they had food that you can buy there. So it was a restaurant, and you can instead of it was a weed bar instead of an alcohol bar. Literally, be I want this eighth or I want this joint, and they bring it to you. You can smoke it right there in the table.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like because it's true, there's very few lesbian bars, but why is that? Is it because lesbians are not demanding that there be bars? Is there less demand for lesbians to go out into bars? So if it's such a small demographic that you're serving, right? And it's also we're in a recession, basically. So it's kind of if you were in the recession era, right? And you're why did my business close? It's well, it's because we're in a recession. And it's no amount of goodwill or fundraising is gonna save a dying business out of recession.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's just gone, maybe.
I don't know. I feel I want to blame misogyny, because I feel going into the gay bars in WeHo, the women that are there are still subject to terrible men, right? And imagine being a lesbian bar and you know that there's a bunch of lesbians. I don't think that's going to stop men from stepping in and being disgusting. So I think I think it's a safety issue too, part of it.
Yeah.
So are you saying that lesbians aren't going into the bars because of the men?
I mean, I could say that I don't say that's a pure reason, but I think it could play a role into it.
Yeah. And it's kind of fucked up because I actually seen this happen at a gay bar where there was a lesbian and this guy, gay guy, we was at the bar. I was ordering a drink. She was sitting next to me and I spoke to her and said hello. And there was it was an empty seat and then a guy, the gay guy was sitting in this seat. And he basically was like, what does that say on your shirt? And just like grabbed her titty and fucking walked out. And I said, what is, so she told me by that time he had already left. And I was like, what the fuck? So I went outside to go see which direction he went. Cause I was like, why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you touch
yeah.
And that's what's wrong with some gay guys. Like they literally feel like they have the right to touch anybody and anything at any moment. You don't have that fucking right.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hot. I said, why the fuck you ain't saying that? You could at least told the bartender so that they could, well, he left, but like, for they can kick his ass out and then address it again when his ass is back. Because I'm quite sure he's probably a local. Oh, I was hot. I was hot.
That's wild. I mean, gay men have a misogyny problem. You know, they're still part of the system and they still get the same education as straight men.
And there it is.
I'm trying to solve this problem.
You ain't going to solve it because lesbians is also in committed relationships and they at home.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So
they're not going to bars.
I think that plays a big role in it.
But I mean, like, but it's also, I come back to what he said, like, you got to have something to bring them out to want to come out to the bars. And alcohol is just not that reason. So it's going to have to be something like, paint night or like, you know, break night or fix, activity. You know, like, I don't know, like, you know,
how
like
to change your oil,
how to change your tires and shit. Like,
you know what they should do? They should like.
And I'm kidding. That was
you know how like there's like those game shops and like sometimes they have like those huge events where people are just playing Dungeons and Dragons, like tons of people. They should do like game night events like that.
Yeah,
where they just have tables and games for all these lesbians because I know that's what they'd be doing is playing games. So they should be doing that. I'm just helping you gays, you gay lesbians, and then they should. You know what? Gay bars or lesbian bars should also do like full mocktail menus. Like that would be something to do. Like, yes, you are a bar and you serve alcohol, but you should also like have lots of designated driver options and make it seem fun at least instead of just like a soda.
Yeah.
Like if I could go there and get like a fun, snazzy drink that was non-alcoholic, you know, and looked cool, like that would add to my fun. What else can also like if there are like lesbian bars closing, maybe gay bars should like step up and like add lesbian nights so at least lesbians can attend something.
Yeah, because I know Executive Suites do that.
Yeah,
they have like a lesbian night, and then I just heard that they're opening up a Sweetwater and WeHo.
Oh, really? I did hear about that.
Because I know in Sweetwater here is the designated lesbian bar, so and it's a lesbian who's opening it, so I'm only assuming that that's because even when you go out, and it's not that really a lot of lesbian spaces in WeHo.
Yeah, because I remember we would go to here sometimes. Do you remember that place? It was like right next to the Abbey. And it was, I don't even know if it was like a full on.
Oh, it's a truck stop.
Is it truck stop?
Yeah, well, that was the name of the night, truck stop. So back in the day, they used to truck stop, and it was like the designated lesbian night.
Yeah,
and it was like Coyote Ugly status, where they had like the women dancers like on the bar, and then they did a little performance and show. So much fun.
Yeah, I guess my gay presence was definitely there in the lesbian space. Manning it up. I'm sorry, lesbian, but I had a lot of lesbian friends that took me there.
Same.
It was cool.
I mean, their bars are fun.
But speaking, and another thing that I've heard today, there was I don't know if you guys heard this before. There was the first black gay disco bar in LA back in the 60s and 70s called Catch One, which was now just giving, because it was, and so then two black lesbians bought it and made it become what it was, a black disco, because they would go to WeHo, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, they was racist, and black queers couldn't get served at the bars there. So she bought the space, and this was like off of I think it's like set on the other side of the 101 on Santa Monica. It's in that area. I try to look it up to remember the intersection, but it's just been mounted as a historic landmark.
Nice.
So the building is protected for that history.
That's cool.
I was like, oh, that's interesting, because I never seen it, especially if a bar is not in a bar-y area. It's very hard to,
Just get locals.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. I always like hear about like random, like historic gay bars that I never knew existed. I'm like, bitch, when?
I'm like, who goes over
Did you
there?
just get invented?
Like, do you ever go to? Well, and you don't drink, but I was like, do you even visit Artesia Bar still, or not at all?
Actually, I've never been inside.
I like
okay.
Artesia Bar. I went once. It was cute.
Yeah,
That's
See, but
historic.
I don't think so.
Oh, but it's a cute little
Things
bar.
been old.
It's
They're
just
not
old.
super historic. Because I think it was called like the Dolphin Bar or something before that.
Oh,
Something, I don't know.
But yeah, I think we just need to expand our repertoire outside of alcohol.
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
true. I mean, because that ain't going up,
Yeah.
the prices, so that's why I
Mm-hmm.
keep a bottle on me. No, I'm just playing. Oh, so did y'all remember? I know, to switch it up, because that's all about on the topic of lesbians, that every woman basketball Hall of Fame inductee this year is gay or bi.
I love that.
Not surprised.
Okay.
I think the reality is it's probably always been that way,
way,
but now
right.
people feel comfortable like being out about it.
Maybe these lesbian bars need to open up a sports activity.
Well, Watch
A
Me
sports
Sports is a lesbian sports bar out
Mhm.
here in Long Beach, and it's always fucking crowded.
We'll see.
But they also have food, but they also show nothing but women's sports. So
That's
like
That's cool.
every TV has like a different sport that a woman is playing. So either range from all of them. Because I went there to go watch the UCLA game when they was in the Final Four. But
Yeah, they need like a lesbian Buffalo Wild Wings.
yeah, and that's pretty much what that is, but higher
Mhm.
scale.
I want to
Special,
go.
but yeah,
Should we, as gay men, be going to lesbian bars?
yeah, I think so. I mean, we're all under the umbrella. Everybody is welcome into gay bars.
But are we being the white person who's trying to come to the black person's event by doing that? Like stinking it up with our whiteness, stinking it up with our manness. You know what I mean? Like,
Madness,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't.
like if I'm a lesbian, like, do I want to go and see fucking men?
I know I wouldn't want like problematic misogynistic men.
I mean,
and there's
of
no
course.
way to like screen for that,
Mhm.
especially when people get drunk, I think that's the thing for me.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm quite sure the people that I'm thinking of going into places like that are people with dignity and respect, not like people who can't control their liquor and be like, oh, like she's looking at me, like you know what I mean? Like she don't want you, bro. Like
They'd never do. Even the straight ones don't want you, bro.
that part.
But should we as gay men go in lesbian bars? I feel like, I mean, if my lesbian friend's taking me, yeah, then that's
Mhm.
like the pass. But if I'm like, I don't know, I feel like let them have their space. Because I don't, like, even though, like, I don't hate straight women, when they come in there with their fucking bachelorette party to the gay bar, it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
girl, nobody wants you here. Even though I don't dislike straight women, it's not your space to be taking up.
Mm.
So I feel like it's not my space to be taking up at the lesbian bar. But I also feel like lesbians will be like, yeah, you can come in and who cares?
Not
Yeah,
give a
I mean,
fuck. Yeah.
people, if you in there spending money, I think they want you in there regardless of if you're gay or not.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then especially going in as an ally. But tomato, tomato.
Because I also don't want straight men coming up in my club.
But
Even
But
if
they are.
But they are. They're there. They're your fucking bartenders. They're your fucking go-go boys.
They're the
Like,
ones hitting on the straight women in there.
But that makes me even more feel like I don't want to be that to the lesbian.
but you're not going to be there dancing.
Yeah, well, I'm taking up all the space. Any other gay things?
No. Oh, wait. I think this is April. I'm thinking it's May.
Yeah, it's April.
What other thing?
But I was gonna say they're having another big gay picnic that's coming up. I think that was like May 21st or something. If my memory serves me correct. We'll be back
after Pride.
Damn, Pride. Yeah.
Pride's next month.
Did you see that they had a heated rivalry lookalike contest and the boys who were both the lookalikes who won made out with each other and went on a date?
Yeah, and they were going to get a second date.
Mm-hmm.
I wish the best for them.
I mean, I feel like it's easy to fall in love when you're both hot.
Right? It doesn't hurt.
Right?
True.
So go them. They're very cute and darling, and I'm glad that two gay boys are so simple that they can find love by being hot.
It's probably nothing but lust.
Who cares?
Lust, love.
All the L's.
I did something gay. I went to the Butterfly Pavilion.
Aww.
So me and my fiance, and for his mother's birthday, and his brother, we went to the Butterfly Pavilion in the Natural History Museum. Mm-hmm. And you can go walk amongst the butterflies and feel like you are an amazing angelic spirit when an angel chooses to fly on top of you.
Did one land on you?
No, because I'm a devil. But
they knew it.
They kept flying on my fiance, though.
Nice.
So we got some pictures with him on and butterflies on him.
That's cute.
Butterfly in the sky.
Yeah, it was very cute. I recommend anybody who likes butterflies to definitely go to it. And then we walked around the Natural History Museum, which was boring because I've been there a million times.
Oh.
And then we went to a restaurant called Spain Restaurant. And I think it's in Artesia. Or not Artesia, or Echo Park. It's either Echo Park or Silver Lake. I think it's Echo Park. I've been there before, but we went there this time to get tapas and paella.
Mm.
And then we went back home to her home and we did a birthday cake for her.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And do it again on Wednesday.
Do it again on Wednesday. We got her a tres leches cake, but it did not seem... I think there was only dos leches in it. It was kind of dry.
Oh, damn.
She wasn't wet.
Yeah. Everybody was like, is this supposed to be tres leches? And then we were like, yeah, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Uno leche.
Right.
That's cute.
I did a few little gay things this weekend. Friday, I did some content with nothing like that, but to promote Broadway bars and
Really?
So did that.
Ooh, she gonna be a star.
Where'd you do that with? Give us a tea.
I know.
Just Love Long Beach or something like that.
Look at you.
Then Saturday, I bar hopped up and down the streets of Broadway. And I was supposed to go to the Black and Brown queer party that I usually try to go to called Sex Tapes. Unfortunately, I didn't make it. It starts at 11. Like, if it was like a good 9 o'clock, I can get there on time and get fucked up while I'm there. But by that time, I was already knocked out by 10:30. But then Sunday, I was in Silver Lake, went to High Tops and Hot Dog Sunday. Y'all ever been to Hot Dog Sunday?
Mm-mm.
It's like a day party. Starts like at 4. And it's just like drinking and stuff, but they also sell hot dogs, which is, quirky. And got a little queer brown and vendors.
That's cool.
And then down the stairs, around the corner, a little dance floor that's pretty dark.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was my little gay weekend.
That's cute.
Nice.
How was your gay weekend?
Well, last weekend I ran into Christoph at the bars. That was a cute little surprise. I was at the Falcon. So me and one of my friends, we met up and actually took her to Sweetwater because she was like, I want to go to like a lesbian bar. So I took her to Sweetwater. So she was my passin. And that was cute. We drank and like talked to the bartender. And then we walked over to the Falcon and we got some more drinks. And then Christoph walks in, fully lit, and I loved it. You're there dancing, like you walked in dancing. And I didn't see his face, but I saw his hair. I'm like, I know them. I know who that is.
Did you go anywhere else after that?
We went to Mineshaft after. Yeah, went to Mineshaft after. Oh, and that's the thing. So I was sitting at Mineshaft, me and my friend were having a drink, and we were just chit chatting. She's, trying to like get back on the scene and try to date again, and she's bi, and so we're just talking and like pointing out people that were cute. I'm like, this guy right here, like fully tatted, like short brown boy. He was delicious looking. And then but he comes over and starts talking to us, and he starts hitting on my friend. But then he got like really weird, and he was like, "You think I'm cute, right? Like, just tell me I'm cute." And we're just like, what is happening here?
Straight guy?
Yeah, he was straight. He turned out to be straight.
Weird.
Yeah.
Who was he asking to tell him?
My friend. Yeah, because he came to hit on her.
Why was he in there? Who was he with?
He was with some gay guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, so it got weird real quick. So I'm like, that's why.
Funky.
Yeah, it was weird. And then within this weekend, I went to Flux. That was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I ain't been on there.
Yeah, how's that been?
I like Flux. It's more of like a femme bar now. We got in there, ordered drinks, and then there was a fight right next to us. Some lesbians got into a fight. It was ridiculous. Like, I don't know what happened. I didn't see it. I just heard like the commotion after. Like the guard came, was yelling and was like, break it up or like stop. And then one girl was like, no, fuck that. And then she was wrapping her ponytail up. I'm like, oh, we need to move because she's about to swing. She's not done. And they kept for a little while, and then apparently they went outside, and my friend was coming in and saw them arguing, so we combined our stories. But that was fun. That was really cute. Like, it's just, I'm realizing, I don't know if it's Flux, but maybe it's all bars. I just feel old because I'm like, this music's really loud. Like, I love this music because they play my music. It's like the music from the 2000s when we were in WeHo, right?
Yeah.
Like the prime music. But it's just so loud. Like, I had earplugs on.
Oh my God.
But I had beanies, so I just like kept covering my ears because I'm like, I can't.
Oh my gosh.
But it
like,
was
can
fun.
you turn it down?
Turn it down just a little.
Yeah, there's no reason for the music to be so damn loud where you can't even converse with the person next to you.
No,
and shit.
exactly.
Like, it's like,
literally.
come on now.
I literally had to be in my friend's ear so we can like talk and I can say something to them.
Yeah, I feel like the music was always too loud.
Yeah.
And what is going on with all these fucking fights in WeHo? Have y'all been seeing that shit?
Oh my God, literally, I went to WeHo the other night too, and we finished the club, and this couple was fighting. This couple, throuple, I don't know what it was. They're literally fighting outside the bar. It was wild.
Right.
People like, I don't
Yeah.
even, like, at this point in life, like, I ain't really got time for the bullshit. I'm just gonna go and mind my business.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, what are y'all fighting about? Like,
Save that energy for the straights.
Right.
Jesus.
I just think
Game,
life's
game.
lifing.
Yeah,
And
I
when
mean,
you
that's
put in
also true.
alcohol in, like, you're just gonna let everything out.
yeah, they do say alcohol brings the truth out.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
I feel like I would lie up to people on purpose.
Sometimes.
Uh,
It depends on how drunk you are.
right.
True.
Okay, so can I run a situation by y'all by?
Yeah.
So I was at Flux, this past weekend. And my friend like made friends with this other group and like brought me over. There's this woman and these two cute guys. And so like we started chatting and whatever. And then like we go get drinks and come back. But each time like I walked past them, like they like one like fist bumped me, and the other was like they would smile and they would get close to us, and then like I was finally leaving, and then like I saw them and they like stopped and they like said, I was like, oh, I'm leaving, I'm heading out, and like one shook my hand and the other shook my hand, and the other was like really friendly and like really smiling at me, and I feel like I missed an opportunity.
Sounds like they wanted to fuck you.
Damn.
Sound like an opportunity was missed.
That's
like
what it
your
sounds
blessing
like.
on that one.
I did. I'm shy.
But was it not in your head?
No,
Or was you?
I was on like, is this a vibe? I felt like it was a vibe, but I'm also very shy.
Were they a couple?
I think they were. At the very least, they were friends.
That's on the couple, because I feel like you as a standby, right? You don't know if they're like open or not. And like, so
That's true.
you're not going to be like, let's go fuck both of you, because you don't know what the situation
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
Right.
So if they know what their situation is, they should have been like,
right?
approached you
Yeah.
and been like, let's fuck.
Yeah.
See, but I think people like when they do stuff like that, I think they're trying to catch the vibe to see if the person's going to ask, like, oh, okay, so are you guys like a couple? Or like, are y'all friends? How long y'all known each other? I think, they try to
fill it out.
Put it on the person to ask so that they're not being upfront about what their intentions are. But I do know what you mean. Like, look, if you're going to be about it, right? If you're going to say what's up.
I mean, I tried. So, like, we were laughing and joking. Then when we left, we met back on the dance floor. Like, one of them was wearing glasses. And I would point out, like, oh, good glasses. And they just smiled and, like, whatever. And they kept looking my way, I felt like. But I also didn't know if I was just making that up.
I know. I'm shy, too, when it comes to that.
I know.
Oh, you know what you should have also maybe done? You should have been like, oh, let me add you on Instagram.
I should have. I thought about that when I left.
You ain't do nothing? Oh, no. I at least would have got there.
It's fine. I just got to go back to Flux then.
Because I was talking to a guy at the bar this weekend on Saturday, and I was lit. But we was just talking. I love talking to people. That's woo woo woo. And I didn't realize until the next morning. I was like, oh, like I didn't remember like even getting his Instagram. Like he sent me a message, and I was like, oh shit, like I don't even recall that.
Like, who is this?
But one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to get your Instagram. If you're a cool person, regardless of like if I'm trying to take it there or not, I want to. If you're a cool person, I most definitely want to be part of your social media presence and just see how you doing and see how you live and move throughout life.
See what you're about.
Right.
It makes sense. Mental notes.
But yeah, next time you just gotta
throw it down.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
I know it is. But then one of my friends told me, he's like, well, every shot you don't take,
you miss.
You miss.
That's true.
Well, it's like I'd rather miss than get blocked from the shot. You know what I mean?
I blame them.
Thank you.
They should have been more forward.
Thank you.
Yeah, because as a couple, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, you want to hit on somebody.
But they're always around each other. They're literally lying in the bathroom together when I said goodbye to them.
Excuse me, now what? They was laying in the bathroom.
No, in the line.
Oh, in the line.
To get into the restroom when I saw them to say. And like, and when I saying goodbye, they were sitting at the table. They're on the dance floor together. But they didn't dance together either when they're on the dance floor. But like, not every couple does.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Weird.
It was weird. I don't.
Misconnections.
Where's Craigslist?
R.I.P. R.I.P. The good old misconnections.
So I'm just going to go back to Flux, and if it happens, it happens.
All right.
Yeah. She's open.
And Flux is a good spot because it's like right there, like Lakewood, Cerritos, Bellflower. So like people in that area who may not usually go to Broadway would probably visit that or Crest.
Yeah. Well, I would say Flux is the most populated bar in this area.
In North.
Like, because up here we have the Crest, Flux, and Falcon North. Falcon North is always dead.
See, yeah, during the week, right? But like on the weekends, they have a lot of events.
They have their special events.
Yeah, they have like a lot of special events.
That is
beautiful. Big space.
Yeah.
It's just so goddamn far if you ain't
living around here. Yeah.
I remember used to going to Flux all the time, playing pool.
Is the pool table still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just getting rid of it.
They still serve food, right? Because I ain't never seen nobody play that motherfucker.
Same.
Because every time I'm there, it's either covered or put off to the side.
Yeah.
Right. You need that room for that dance because everybody there wants to dance.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
They still serve food in the back.
Only on Tuesdays. They have Taco Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah. No food.
Shit do be good.
Damn, I remember those nights.
Let's go to Flux.
Reminds me of Four Locos.
Oh my god, did you get the caffeinated Four Locos?
Yeah,
the original version.
Girl,
those were the days.
I just learned you have to cut water.
Really?
I just learned that too.
Yeah, because the whole can is like 12%.
Who cares about that? I mean, who wants to cut
Cutwater
that?
came out and said no. It's called Cutwater because you're supposed to cut it. That's why it's so strong.
Yeah.
You're supposed to
it was
cut
to be like 2 drinks, right?
Right.
Girl, bye. That's what Four Loko said too, I'm sure. You're supposed to put water in it.
You're supposed to boil it and drink it as tea.
I mean, right? I don't. But it's like drinking almost like a whole bottle of wine. Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at it.
Right? Why would you be?
Yeah.
Why would you bother?
It's efficient. That and beatboxes.
I haven't had one of those.
Oh my god, that's like I feel like this generation is like Four Loko.
Yeah.
That one's like almost like 20% alcohol.
Yeah.
Anyway, any other gay shit?
Oop, nope. I think I'm. Are you guys still thirsty?
I'm pretty quenched.
You're quenched.
I'm good.
Until next time, with all the next horrible things that are happening in the downfall. Stay tuned.
Right, we'll see what drama unfolds.
Well, from everybody here at the downfall of American society, Queer LBC, I'd like to thank myself, Nino, Dr. Mikey, and Christoph, from all of us here at the Queer LBC. You're good enough. You're smart enough. And doggone it, people like you. Good night.
Night, night.
Sleep tight.